So section 3 of chapter 5 is all about writing equations, and it's all about the setup and just getting you good with that. Not writing equations, it's writing proportions, which is essentially a type of equation, okay? So the first part here says to write a proportion. Notice it doesn't say anything about solving, it just says to write the proportion, okay? To find out how many points a student needs to score on the test to get the given score. Let's do a quick little percentage review. This is 84%. 84%. So we want to be able to write that as a ratio, would be 84 out of 100. Remember, percent is per 100. So we know that the test is worth 50 points. It's out of 50 points. Okay, we do not know how many points we need to get in order to get that 84%. So that would be the proportion setup. You don't have to go any further than that. It's just setting it up. Here again, the test is worth 75 points. We don't know how many points you need to get in order to get our 96%. So all about the setup, okay? Looking at these tables here, this is using the table just to write the proportion. And I love it when they've got tables because look, watch what happens. If I just go like this, your proportion is right there already. So our proportion would be 104 over 4 is equal to 78 over G. We're not solving, we are just setting up. So pause it and try number 4. Okay, hopefully you paused it. If not, oh well. Look, it's all in there. Okay, so your proportion would be 15 over 4 is equal to x over 3. Again, all of these are all about the setup, not solving, just writing. Okay, looking at questions 5, 6, 7, and 8, we're kind of starting the little introduction to solving. So they're pretty simple ones, and they're ones that you probably have seen in 6th grade. It's all about just the idea of equivalent fractions. What does x have to be to make these equivalent fractions? So we know that 3 times 4 is 12, so 1 times 4, so x would have to be 4. Since you are solving something, remember you need to have the variable and what it's equal to. So you'd have to have x equals 4. Okay, so looking at this one, we know 5 times 5 is 25, so 9 times 5 is 45, so y is equal to 45. Okay, go ahead and pause it and try number 7. All right, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Here we go. I know that 13 times 2 is 26, so 22 times 2, so z is equal to 44. Okay? Now this one I'm going to show you a little bit of where we're headed. This is using cross multiplication. Okay, and it's this idea of cross products being equal. So I can say that b times 1.5 is 1.5b, and then 30 times 2.6 is 78. And you can see now that I have a one-step equation. So I need to solve it. So I'm going to divide both sides by 1.5. So b is equal to 52. This is one way to do it, and this is the way we will be headed when we start solving proportions later. But make sure you pay attention to directions. If the directions just say to write the proportion, you just need to write it. Okay? And right now, any that you solve will be pretty simple, okay? All right, looking at number 9, it says a local humane society houses 300 animals. Then it says the ratio of cats to all animals is 7 to 15. So remember the idea of words first. We have cat to all animals. We have 7 to 15. And we know that the Humane Society houses 300 animals, and they want you to use C for cats. So there's your proportion. It doesn't ask you to put a value in for C. It just says to write a proportion that gives the number of C cats. So this is your answer here, unsolved and with the assigned variable. Part B now asks how many cats are in the Humane Society. So now you would actually try to solve for C. Okay, I know that if I take 15 and I multiply by 20, I get 300. So 7 times 20 will get me 140. So I know that there are 140 cats. Okay, so really it's all about the setup. If it asks you to write a proportion, you write it. You can choose the variable if one is not assigned, but if the variable is assigned, you have to use the one that's given to you, okay? So writing proportions and simple solving them. That's what we're going to talk about today. All right, see you soon.